Welcome to this week's stream. We'll be dealing with Fedora infrastructure applications today, as we always are. And I'm not sure what we're going to be working on today yet. We have a few options, but we'll explore that together. So let me share the screen. There it is. That's the usual easy fixes page. I should probably make that a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller, not that much smaller, so that the chat doesn't overlay on the web page itself. Okay, so let's go for Fedora Infra, the Fedora Infra header, the group. So I know there's something that I should be reviewing that's on Mirror Manager, and that's this one. 5.11, replace XML RPC operations with a REST API. That's going to make Mirror Manager's dependency much easier to package in Fedora, and we want to have Mirror Manager packaged in Fedora because there's a client. The server part isn't really deployed via RPM, so it doesn't really matter if it's in Fedora or not. But we do have a client in Mirror Manager, and that's currently an XML RPC client. And the server has, of course, the XML RPC server part. We could switch all that to REST. That would make our dependencies much easier to package. Currently, the library used for XML RPC in Flask is unmaintained. It has been picked up, I should say, from its state by another and renamed into XML RPC RE. And this one is also unmaintained. So yeah, it's not getting somewhere. The XML RPC part, server part is very simple. I think it's just one operation. So we should really be using REST. It's going to make things much easier. And thankfully, somebody has offered to work on that. And yeah, the work has started and I should review that. So that's one option. I have even started reviewing that already. Pull request is here. Yes, cool. They pinged me today or a couple of days ago, so that I looked at it, so I should totally do that. There is another option. I have been working for some time, but not very intensely on it, on a system that summarizes the meetings that happen on Matrix. So whenever we have a meeting on Matrix using Meetbot, Meetbot at the end posts a log of the meeting itself. And I wanted to see what we could do if having a summary of that would be useful to have a better, maybe like bird's eye view of the meetings happening in the Fedora community. If you go to meetbot.fedoraproject.org, you can see all the meetings that have happened recently. And you can see that this week, there's been quite a few meetings. For example, if you want to know what happened in the Fedora infrastructure meetings, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here. And if you look at that, you're like, okay, that's interesting. Let me look at the latest one. There's 4 people, 6 topics. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You look at that, you see people present. Okay, topics covered. Okay, action items 0. Okay, and you have to get to the full logs to see what people were actually saying in the meeting. Or you could look at, the previous meeting. Yeah, basically the same thing. It happened on October 8th, so that was the day before. You see the topics were tickets needing review, planning, blah, blah, blah. You have a list of people and then you have to go to the full logs. Or you can click here and, you have to go to the full logs to get a sense of what the people were saying in the meeting. Well, that's a short one. So I was thinking that maybe we could use an LLM to summarize that. So Fedora Infra does not have access to some kind of LLM, I think. So I have started working on, I wanted to have some bot that would summarize that and propose it as, for example, a hover panel over this, like something that you could either a summary that would be displayed here at the top of it, or even something that you would see on hover. So you see like a very short summary here for the hover, and a longer one maybe, I don't know, something like this. I have currently been using the Gemini subscription that we have available in Red Hat to summarize those meetings. However, it's not great. It's more of a proof of concept at the moment, to be honest. And the plan would be to be able to plug in or plug out or choose a different backend, a different LLM backend easily. Right now it's Gemini, and ideally it would be using an open source LLM. I don't really know the field of LLMs and the latest developments in that field, but there's a lot of activity. Could open source LLMs be able to achieve some sort of summarizing of all that? Maybe. So Olama would be able to do it. That's interesting. I could try and use that. It would be a local run of, run of Olama. Yeah. You mean the calendar? What, this one here, or Fedora? Because that's a different thing. This one is Moat. That's the Meetbot logs, and Fedora is the more like the generic calendar of Fedora. This one is a little more recent. Fedora is really old. Yeah, so right now I have this proof of concept working with Gemini. The idea would be to replace the backend by something else, use a different library, but use the same prompt with the same document. And maybe Olama would be able to do that. It will have to be run. I think that can be a further step. Once I have the thing running with what I have easily available, I could switch the backend to something else. So right now it's just posting. I'll show you what it looks like. Where can I show you that? I can show you that in Matrix, obviously. Yeah, that's not. Okay, what if I do? No, that's not the thing. Let me go back to the previous window. That was here. Let's see if I can do that. No, that's definitely not what I wanted to copy. Chat.fedoraproject.org probably. All right. Something is starting. Let's see if element is happy showing. Yeah. So no. I'll show you the main window. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So is this gonna work? Yeah, I think that's gonna work. All right, here it is. Thing here will be licensing. I'm used to plug in any model you wish. Google contributes to my project where it's models with its model. Okay, same for Facebook and others. If you're pressing probably your best bet. Okay, so it's not a model actually, right? It's a model front end, or it's some sort of thing like this. Model licensing, yeah. Engine, okay, I see. So it's running models, but it's not the model itself. Yeah, so yeah, I should probably try to figure something out, but I wanted first to see if we could get something useful before worrying about all that, even though it's a necessary worrying to do. I agree with that. So if we look, for example, at Fedora Matching 3, where it's deployed at the moment, there's the entire meeting that happened yesterday, and the bot detects the end of the meeting by Meetbot and summarizes the meeting. Blah, 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 action item, blah, 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 and asks the people in the meeting to validate or invalidate the meeting, right? So there's a tick, there's a click to do on the green or the red tick, on the red reaction, emoji reaction. And they didn't click anything here. So well, there's another one here. Interesting. Yeah, there's a ton more. Okay, I should probably go to the bottom of it. Error processing meeting log. Oh, that's interesting. I should look at the I should look at the traceback that this has caused. Anyway, yeah, there was one here. Okay, so blah blah blah, action items, blah 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 blah. How can a bot be typing? Yeah, that's something that I did is the bot. So while all this is running, the bot is sending the I am typing notification in there so that people see that the bot is doing something, but it can be a little bit surprising. Anyway, so I asked for a validation by the members of the meeting. And if they are, I'm currently not using that reaction here. But the idea would be that if it's validated, then it's saved and it's used in the front end. And if it's not, then I can retry the same thing again. Okay, what's the thing that for that bot, there is a limit of how many mentions it can have? If there isn't, might clash with the moderation bot. Oh, okay. I haven't thought of that. How many people can you mention in a single message? Interesting. I didn't think of that. If the number of yeah, that's a very good point. I do not know how many people can be mentioned in the same message, but I can look that up. I can totally limit that. I don't need everybody to be there. To be mentioned. Not remember, only account for that possibility. Okay, yeah, thank you, because I didn't know that existed, but that's logical. It seems like a fair spam protection system. So yes, yeah, so I can easily change that to limit the number of people there, but this is probably not going to be easy because that's not an actual, it's something that is generated by the LLM itself. And I think it's not doing the actual mention, it's just putting the nickname, and then element is converting it to actual mentions. But I can probably disable that in some way. Anyway, so what I could do, so at the moment it's not handling any of that. What I could do is work on that today. Yeah, I'm not sure, because I know there's a library. So the question is, if that's elements shenanigans, then don't worry. I know that the matrix library that I'm using, Matrix, is doing some stuff in the background, like looking at the messages I send, and if they contain some markup, it converts them and possibly sets a flag to interpret the content as flagged nicknames or mentions. So it might be the library. All right. So yeah, I could look at that and see if we can save that. If we could look at Meetbot, how it saves its logs to the disk, and do pretty much the same thing when a tick is clicked. We could totally do that. Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so let me open a window to code. So let's start this. Okay, that's not it. I want. So what I'm looking for is meeting summary. You see it was opening a release notes tab, which means that I have yet again updated Visual Studio Code right before a stream. Very, very careful of me. Well done. Am I going to be exposing my API key if I do this? That is very possible. Let's try not do that and not open this file here. I think it's gonna be in apps meeting summary. Yeah. All right. So at the moment, this is the most of the entire, basically the entire bot itself is contained in this file. I could try to handle, so I could try to handle the reaction. Let me think. I have this message, okay? I'm going to get an event saying that somebody clicked on this, like send this reaction to this message. I could just handle this reaction, pass the content of the message, look at what's between the two big lines, and consider that this is the summary. Or I could store the summary that I have generated into something else, possibly a database or a file or something like this, and then link it with either the meeting ID or the message ID, and that's how I would link the reception of an event on the message to the content of the message. Honestly, I'm gonna start with the easy thing, which is pass this message. I know what it contains because I've just generated it, and I know I can look at those two bars and take what's in between. It's gonna take a regex. It's not fantastic because I think it might break. I don't control what the summary is going to be, so if Google decides to put 3 dashes somewhere here, I'm gonna be stuck. It's not gonna be pretty. So ideally, I would save this summary somewhere and link it to the message, and then I would be able to get it back. Or I could store that in memory. Nah, that seems like a bad idea. I could store that in a cache. Seems like a bad idea. Let's see if I can easily parse the content. Okay, so this bot was also an experiment on AI stuff, and so I've used some interactions with Claude to generate some of the class. It has been messy because Claude got a lot of things wrong and invented APIs out of thin air. But I mean, it was an experiment, so let's keep experimenting, and let's see if I can ask Claude to handle the reaction to the message. So add a method to handle the reaction to a message yeah, it's gonna get the reaction for it's gonna handle every reaction. So I need to store somewhere that the message comes from me. Yeah, I should probably store somewhere that the ID of the message that I have replied. Like I could store it in memory, but then I need to clean it out. I need to clean it up because I don't want this to be growing forever. Should I use some caching, some in-memory caching? I could use cashews. However, yeah, it's transient data. I could use cashews. I think it's safer than trying to... Yeah, I think it's safer than trying to get every reaction to any message. Look if the message comes from me. Look if it is actually a response to like a summary of the meetings. Do I send something? Yeah, because the same username could be sending other type of messages. Okay. Store the generated summary and the message ID that was sent to the channel in a in-memory cache handled by cashews. Should I ask it something else? Let's see if that works. It seems a bit crazy, but I mean, they're getting better at understanding things. So look if cashew is in the project dependencies. It is not, so you're right to add it. Except it will have to be somewhere else. But make this edit. Yes, you can add cashews. You will also have to add it to the plugins declared dependencies that are in meetbot.yaml. Just a minute, I was looking at something, thank you very much. So that's gonna be cashews, and it's 740, so. That's the dependency. All right, so what do you want? What are you doing here? You're adding cashews import cache. Yeah, I agree with that. Yes. Oh, I didn't look at the entire thing, unfortunately. So where is the cache? Cache is not used at the moment. Okay. So you're setting up the cache in memory. That's fine. On startup, that is totally correct. Is that the only change you're doing? Yes. Well, I could have done that. Thank you very much. So what else are you going to do? Store in cache. So the cache key is going to be, room ID, response event ID. It seems correct, except that's giving me, okay. And the it's setting for the cache key, it's setting summary message ID. I don't think it should store the message ID again because that's part of the key. Or should it? Do I need this? Like, do I need to store the message ID inside the well, I should have keys. It should be a dict, right? It shouldn't be just the summary itself, because I might want to add more things in the future. So that's a good idea. But should I add the message ID here? Meh, not really. I should probably add a reference to the meeting itself. I don't have that information at the moment. Oh yeah, it's in the message event, no? That's the message I'm responding to. So from the message, I should extract I have the message log here. Okay, I should extract something that makes it unique. I can do that later. Also store the meeting path, because what does it look like? The message I'm looking at is text log. Okay, that's probably the entire thing. Meeting 3 matrix fedora project.org. Also store the meeting log path. Would that work? That wasn't really precise. Store it, but I mean, store it in the cache. Should have been more explicit. Let's see if it can guess things. It's taking a lot of time. Should have probably done that myself. So right now it's going to add this in-memory cache. That's fine. I should probably change the... Oh! So post summary. Okay, so post summary contains the URL. That's fine. What was the URL? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so post summary here should accept the URL now. No. I'm gonna do the same again. What was the question I was asking? Did it stop everything, or did it fall back? No, it didn't. Okay. I'm gonna run poetry install. Yeah, poetry lock, because I want to have the new dependency. So it was a good idea. I should probably not have told it to do something different, because it stopped. It changed what it was doing, which was somewhat correct. Store the summary, the generated and the meeting path in the cache. Okay, so post summary contains URL as well. That's cool. And that's it. Yeah, do this. Oh, can you read that? It seems to be very small. Like, I'm gonna try and make that bigger. Okay, so what did it do? It added this to summary. That's correct. What's the change? Okay, it added the argument to the post summary. That's fine. And it also stored in cache summary, message ID, URL. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, it's not great to have the URL here. I should have just the path. But it's okay. Cache is room ID, response event ID, that is toys. Yes, that's good. Actually, I shouldn't have that. I should have just the path. So instead of URL, I should just pass the cache. Pass the path. Yeah, I should do it. I should ask some. All right. Instead of storing the URL, extract the path and store that instead. Wow, that's a bit of a repetition, but we're talking to a machine, so it's fine. Yes, that's correct. Except I'm not going to use something with these poor variables, but that's fine. All right. Did you actually do it? I don't see any. What? Did you actually do it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Okay. My bad. Okay, of course, that's definitely not where you want to put that. That goes here. And of course, this is really an improper way of doing this, but that's... Okay, so now I'm storing in the cache the summary and message ID and path. Okay, I should be able to look up in my cache, see if that contains, like, I should store, yeah, store the data in the cache with an expiry time of 1 day. Yes. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Good. Should I make that a configuration, a configurable variables? Not right now. I'll look that up later. I'll do that later. Right now, it's stored for a day, so that's fine. And now, thank you. And now I can react. I can respond to the reaction to this message. Okay. Add a method that would trigger when a reaction is sent on a message. Check that the message reacted to is coming from our username, and if the message is in the cache, then save the summary found in the cache to a directory Oh yeah, path is wrong as well. It should be the base name of that, because that's, see, that's the path, and it should be the base name of that. So, of course. Okay. Yeah, thank you. And so what I was saying is, to a directory corresponding to the path value in the cache, located in a base directory coming from the configuration. Okay, that seems very complex, but let's see if it's capable of doing something with this. It's also explained by somebody whose English is obviously not his first language, so let's see if that works. Add the base directory configuration option. Okay, yeah, that's good. Name the variable meetings directory instead. Yes, thank you. I should probably add that to the base config as well. Just a minute. So meetings directory. It's YAML, right? So it's going to be none. What were the changes? So there's reaction event, that's fine. Yes, do this. You have, of course, you'll have to import it. So if you want to react to it, that makes sense. On reaction, right. So there's going to be let me close that for now. Okay, so on reaction, check if the reacted message is from our bot. Reacted event ID. No, that's not exactly that. I'm checking it using so it's correct, except I want to do something else. Our client, where's our client? What's our client? Can I find that? No, here. Client, not that, not that. No, no, no. MXID, that's it. MXID. Oh, it's ignoring those. Oh yeah, that's extract. That's in extract username. Okay, so what I'm actually trying to do here, well, that's not how you would do it. You would do something like this. If evt dot sender is different from self.client.mxid, MXID is supposed to be a user ID as well. Then return only handle reactions to our, oh wait, no, the sender, no, that's not good. That's the sender of the reaction. That's not what I want. Content dot relates to dot sender. No. That's an event ID. Oh, that's not really what I want. I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask this later, right? I'm just gonna leave it at that. So what else is it doing? Await cache get key. Okay. If the cache data is none, no message we care about. Well, not really. We don't have the content. Okay. Save summary to file with the summary and the path, and that seems correct. Yes, do it. Now implement the save summary to file method. Right. So it's importing path, of course. You'll probably need a path, that's fair. Save summary to file. Okay, summary is str, path is str. And in meetings directory, meetings dir is path. Okay. Let me add something. If is none, return. Let me save. Yeah. Disabled, basically. Meetings dir is this. File path is meetings dir's path. Okay. Yes. That's not actually true, because the path is going to be a directory. Summary.txt. That's the name it's going to have. Make the directory doesn't exist. File path.write text summary. Does this exist? You can do write text. I didn't know that. Oh yeah. Interesting. Yeah, sure. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Save summary to file. It's not really a public method, so I'm going to prefix it with an underscore. That's just me being nitpicking. Hey, it removed the stuff. Okay. If self.config the meetings directory is none, return. Okay, now meeting log, blah blah blah, handle meeting log on reaction. That's the thing. So now in on reaction only exit if the message that was reacted to is not coming from self.clients.mxid. Is not coming is not very explicit. Okay, so you have to do a get event. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. Oh, did you actually do this? Ah, I forgot to save. That's bad. Yeah, okay, I forgot to save. My bad, my bad. I can keep those. Can I go? Can I keep those? How can I say I want to keep this one? How can I say I want to keep this change? Thank you. It's not stage because it's not involved. It's not a good thing. It's not very smart. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I should have saved. My bad. It's my fault. It's my fault, really. It's saved now. Okay, so it did do the change that I wanted, right? On reaction, get the event that it was reacted to. Okay. Where is it? Okay, I've tapped event ID or none. Oh, because this might be none. Yes, okay. Reacted event that's going to be used here. Yeah, if reacted event ID is none, return. I don't know why it would be none, but it might be. Okay. Okay. Yes. Goodbye. Okay, so now I should have the reaction. It should save it in a directory that I have set, and I have chosen. I'm using the path meeting 3 matrix for project blah 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 infrastructure blah 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 blah. I'm using this and summary.txt. It's probably not great. Oh yeah, I need to have the message. Right, I need to have, okay, I need to just drop the .txt, the .log.txt. I shouldn't do a base name, I should do it, drop the .log.txt. And instead, so that's my mistake. Instead of saving, okay, this, okay, I should have this. Summary path equal. That's what I need to drop from the content. That's URL path I need to drop .log.txt, right? Okay. So I should add .summary.txt. Please remove this. Summary.txt. Nice. That seems better. So the path is going to be this. So now that I'm saving the path, I just, yeah, that's correct. Yep. Okay, that's good. Save it. Okay, so that should probably work. Maybe. If this is defined, and meetings directory by default is going to be null. Okay. Of course. I'm gonna make a pause here and we'll try to run that afterwards. Oh yes. No, wait, I'm only, yes. Oh yeah, that's my mistake here. Okay. Okay, on reaction, only save the summary if the reaction was the green tick emoji. I'm gonna go to toilet and I'll be back. Just a sec. So I'm back, but I have been starting the kettle and going to get me some more tea, so I'll be away again. So if event content relates to key, okay, is equal with, yes, so that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but I'll fix it afterwards. So now, it's more something like this that I want to do. Oh, I don't want to do that if there's more than one. Oh yeah, okay. Only save the summary if there is exactly 2 Only save the summary if there's like two green tick emoji reactions. And you know why? Because I don't. If there's multiple people who validate this, I don't want to save multiple times. Actually, you know. That's a good idea. So. Oh, shit. All right, all right. Drop my changes, that's fine. Okay, that's not true. So that's not true. I don't handle only green ticks emojis. Get event reactions. Okay, it's probably wrong. It probably invented an API again. That's fine. Well, that's not fine, but it's LLMs, you know. They're not really made to be reliable. Okay. Where did you find the get event reactions method? I apologize. I don't actually know if get event reactions exists in the Motrix API. I managed something with a varying level method. Let me check. Oh, this bash command. Yes. You're right to question this, blah. I made up this method. Oh! Oh no. No. Okay, do not do this. That's a bad idea. What you can do is only save the file if it doesn't exist. Yeah. I'm gonna cancel all that. That's a bad approach. That's a bad approach. You can cancel, you can only save the file if it doesn't exist, and that should be fine. No. Okay, so if the key is this, count the green reactions. Nah, don't do it. Save the summary to the file, and the save summary to file method, or you can overwrite it. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. So basically, if not file path exists, do it. And we should be fine. It should be fine. Okay. Or actually, I should do something like this. Summary. And that's going to be a debug. Okay. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Just do it this way, it's gonna be simpler. Okay. What else? What else? Okay. If the red cross emoji is the reaction, regenerate the summary and edit the message. Yeah, of course, I changed the file, so thank you for rereading it again. Okay. No. Don't count the number of green ticks. Only handle the red cross emoji or reaction. Yes, that's correct. So let's go to the next step now. Now it's going to implement regenerate summary. Well, you already know how to generate the summary, right? Okay, generate the summary. Path is what? Oh crap, really? That's what you need to do? You need to re-download it? I don't think you need to re-download it. Oh no, that's bad, that's bad. Okay. Nah. No, don't do that, really. Cache data, you don't need that, really. No. No. You can possibly delete the message and I suppose you could delete the message and recreate it again. Should you edit the message in place? If you edit the message in place, then the reactions will be left in place, right? Yeah. You would have to redact the message entirely. Hmm. What should the UI be? It should probably be a different message, right? Okay. I think it's wrong. I think it's too complex for it really at the moment. No. So what we could do is reuse the same function. Only accept, I can do that. Store in the cache with the summary the list of meeting members and only accept and only react to reactions from these members. That gonna work? Yeah, this one is pretty easy, right? Perfect. Yes, okay, that was good. Then when there's a cross, it's going to be, I want to be able to do post summary again. Oh, post summary is actually called after the summary is done. So I should implement that again, more or less. Okay. We're not seeing the Claude window. Oh, because the chat is on top of it. Oh yeah, you're correct. Hey, thank you for mentioning that. Okay, let me reorganize that. That's a very good point. That leaves me with even less space that I had at the beginning. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but I guess that's just how things are. Thank you for mentioning it though. Okay, so I have to re-implement this time, but it's going to be called regenerate summary. And it's not going to take those arguments. It's going to take the room ID, okay, the reaction event, and the cached data. So that's going to be, well, room ID, I don't really need that because I should have the reaction event here. That should be sufficient. And I'm not sure I actually need that. But I do need, no, I need the cached data. Actually, I should put that structure somewhere. I should define that. Do I have some Pydantic, for example? Or data classes, maybe? Yeah. So, oopsie, sorry. And there's a summary. That's a string. What else did I put in there? Message ID, path, and members. So message ID, that's response event ID. What's the type of that? It's an event ID. Fine. Okay. There's a path, and that's, is it pathlib.path? Probably. Do I have it here? Yes. Fine. And there's members, that's a list of strings. Correct? Event ID should be in there. Okay, so that's the content of my cache for now. What's going on? What did I do? Yeah, sorry. Probably missed the... I've hit a shortcut that I didn't know existed. I should... Can I... How can I convert data classes? I'm gonna ask it. In Python, how can I convert data classes to dictionaries? So cache data, pretty sure it has a method for that. As dict. Okay, yeah, cool. I knew there was someone. There was something. Summary path is... Oh. Is that a string? Yeah, it's a string. That's fine. Both work. Okay, So I have this dictionary saved, okay. And now I can, when I get it from the cache, where is it? Yes, cache data equal, okay. Well, I know it's there, so cache data is equal yeah, it's not great to change the type like this, but we'll probably do it anyway. So cache data members. I know there's members, okay. Okay. So save summary to file. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's never going to be a path. That's fine. Okay, sorry about that. Right, so I have my cached data and I'm regenerating it. So I have the event. That's the reaction event, right? Reacted event. So I'm gonna get my event. Well, reacted event, I have the room ID in there already. And the cached data. Right, so here I have my reaction event and the cache data is going to be cache data, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna start saying that I'm typing. Right, I should be able to store the content of the meeting log as well, wouldn't I? Yeah, I should have the URL. Should I be getting the URL again? Probably not, right? I should probably store the meeting log in the cache. It might be a lot of data to store in the cache, but would that be a good idea? Store the meeting logs in the cache. Because it might be big. It might be a very big meeting with a ton of logs. Or I can get it again at that point in time. If I do that, of course, I want to... nah. No, I mean, I'm supposed to have it already. What happens if I fail to get it again? Or not regenerate, but I'm gonna call it repost. Basically, the red cross should be a try again, you know. Except there are things that I don't really need to get again. Yeah, I'll store the full log in the cache. That's fine. I mean, in caches you can store much more data than this. It should be fine. Hmm. Hmm. If it's a try, if it's an authentic try again, then I should probably be getting the meeting logs again. Extracting the usernames again. Generating the summary again. Yeah. Okay then. So store the URL as well. That means the path should contain the URL instead of the string. Okay, then I'm storing the log URL. Oops, sorry. Oh, log URL, sorry. Okay, so I have the URL there, which means that when I'm trying to regenerate all that, well, I should have something called build summary, you know. Should probably have something called build and post summary. That would be doing both. Because handle meeting log is a little too specific. In reaction events, so get event, what does this mean? Okay. The event, so that's an event. That's probably a message event, right? No? So reacted event, yes. I mean, reaction event is not reaction, it's a message event. Right. So I should be able to call handle meeting log. So what if I call await self.handle meeting log with my EVT and cached data .log URL. Okay, so this is going to be doing all that. It's going to be doing the set typing. It's going to be extracting usernames, getting a summary, posting the summary, set typing. Okay, what I could do is, so that's pretty good. But now what I can do instead is I want to edit the message to make it clear that the bot has understood that it should regenerate another one. So in repost summary, edit the message that is linked by EVT to contain, okay, let me generate another summary. Because that's what I want to do, right? I want to remove the existing post. Well, not remove it entirely, but make it clear that I've understood that it's not the right. Okay. Well, no. So no, that's not actually true. Reacted event ID is actually my event.id here. Okay. So yes, except it's not right. So send message event. No. Can I re-edit a message? So evt.edit. Edit this event. new content for the event. Why? Okay. In repost summary, use evt.edit instead to edit the message instead. Why do you use such a crude API when you have something easier? Yes. Okay, let me generate another summary. Then you have handle meeting log. I should redact the, I should probably redact the reaction, but I'm not sure I can actually do that. If I do, let me generate another summary and I call handle meeting logs. Yeah, I should drop from the cache. Right, I should drop it from the cache. I should drop from the cache the existing message. So that's good. Good thing is we're storing the message ID in the cache. So on message, on reaction, cache key. There you go. Oopsie, sorry, not bad. Here, I'm gonna drop that from the cache, evt.roomID, and there's cache data dot message ID, because it was built from redacted message ID, right? Response event ID. That's the cache key. Yeah. And I want to delete that. Which doesn't return anything, but that's fine. Okay, cache key. Okay, so yeah, I don't need to have a variable for something that simple. Thank you. Okay. So it's going to edit the message to make something new and then generate another one in handle meeting log. Pretty good. Let's try this. Okay, so I have this. It should be working. Let me try. I've made changes to base config, right? I've added a meeting directory. So I'm gonna try and run it now. I'm gonna unshare my screen because I'm not sure I might be leaking my API key. But first, let me go to this meeting summary. There's a makefile. Yeah, everything is saved. Yes, I'm uploading it. Oopsie. I'm gonna show you what it looks. Oh, what's wrong? Cashews. Yes, okay, I need to install it on the server. No, that's the one. Really? Why am I uploading it? Oh yeah, Meetbot. Yes. Okay, so please install the dependency. Now deploy. It's not working. Okay, I'm gonna unshare and look at the UI because there will be the API key in there. So sorry about that. You will just see my face. So it says, cannot start any token. Yeah, there's something wrong in the configuration. Let me fix that. Nothing big, just let me go to the Meetbot manager. You're not seeing. Hey, did I brew some tea? I did brew some tea. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back just a sec. Okay, I'm back, and now I'm just editing my configuration, just checking that it's sorry, you can see this. Just editing the configuration. It's currently having issues with a configuration item that starts with an arrays. Oh yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Why is it unhappy about this? Okay, I need to change something in the code. It's just the meetings directory is gonna have to be different. I was checking that it's none, but it doesn't let me set none. So I'm just going to look if it's falsy. And upload it again. Sorry about that. Okay. Right, it's there. Now I can change the UI, well, the configuration. Okay. Something's wrong on the server side. It says internal server error. That's not good. Yeah, it's really not happy. Sorry. How am I going to start to fix this? Probably by editing Meetbot itself. I mean, editing Meetbot's configuration. How is it called? Meeting summary or meetings summary? What did I do? I called it meeting summary. Okay. God. It's really unhappy about this. Yeah, what's wrong? Why is it so unhappy? Okay, I'm just going to do something different. Oh, maybe that's something wrong in the code. Sorry, it's not really very something visible here, except I'm scratching my head. Copy dict, no. Copy meeting directory, yes. No, it shouldn't be a problem. Something's wrong. Okay. I have to edit the Meetbot database. Not great. Please bear with me. I have to do some pretty brutal hacking in the Meetbot database directly, but I guess it will be fine. Didn't like it. It didn't like it at all. There's really something wrong with this. Okay. Okay. It seems to have been uploaded. Let me start creating the instance again, yet again. Okay. It's still unhappy about it. What's going on? What the hell is going on? It says expected block end but found scalar. I can probably share the screen right now. That's the error that I'm having. What is this? YAML.load. Oops, what's this? No. I don't know what I did. Well, I don't know what I just did. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I probably switched the scene. I don't know how I did that. Oh, interesting. So the focus was on the wrong one. Anyway, let me have the focus on the right window. That's going to be much better. So, okay. Okay. And the error comes from ruml.load. What YAML? So what's going on? I hate you. Okay, so it's unhappy about this. What's wrong? Oh, I see a block mapping. It can be that sensitive. Oh, crap. Okay. Why is this not valid YAML? Okay, let me just... Okay. Maybe this? No. That's not possible. Line 11. Oh, that's the correct one. Oh, maybe the colon. Maybe it may not be happy about the columns. No, that would be crazy. It was happy about the columns of the other one. Wait, what? Oh, yes, of course. Hopefully that wasn't it. That would have been very bad. Let's forget about all that and start over. Did I just forget some? Oh no, that's impossible. I can't. I've just forgotten one quote. That's just not acceptable. Is that it? Like, is this all you can do, Saruman? Is this all you can conjure, Saruman? Okay. Let's see. Fine. Fine. Let us start over. So I'm going to unshare my screen now because you might end up seeing my my API key. Sorry about that again. Just me. Just me here. All right. This time it seems to be working. I can't share this screen with you because there's my API key right in the middle of it. Okay. And now I'll be sharing my screen again. Okay, so that's the matrix logs. And I will go here. Look at, no, it's not the other one. Where did I put this? Here? No. Where did I put my matrix channel? No. What did I do with it? Did I separate it in a, did I put it in a separate window? Where is my element window? Meh. Okay, no, Fedora chat. So So it is somewhere. Question is, where is it? Oh, it landed on the wrong tab. That's okay. Okay. So now the bot is connected again, in theory. Let us just take this text log and just ask it for a summary. Oh yeah, that's not going to work because it's not going to be coming from Meetbot, but I can fix that. Where's the bot? Probably here. Yes. I'll be doing that, except I need to change the configuration again, which means I need to unshare the screen because obviously I need to go back to the configuration. So and say that the Meetbot ID is not Meetbot.im. It is not this either. It is myself. Okay, I can share the screen again. All right. So now in theory, that should work. What did I have in the logs? Okay, storing cross signature, storing, got duplicate, write chat. Let me try that again. No room alias for blah blah blah, that's fine. Why is it not reacting? I probably need to change that somewhere in the configuration. Somewhere I'm missing something. Oh yeah, it has to be a notice event. That's fine. I can just comment that out for now. Because it only works on notice events right now. Let's ignore that and try again. Sorry, I'm just checking something before I share the screen. I'm just checking that I'm not actually pasting the configuration in the logs, which would have been a bad idea, of course. Sorry. There you go. Save this, upload this. Yes, I'm right to not share my screen right now because the configuration contains the API, which is right in the path. Nah. Me. Anyway. Oh, it answered something. Cool. All right, so I can share, hopefully I can share the screen right now. Yes, hopefully I can share the screen right now. Okay, so I've posted something to the bot. Insert this. James Meetbot, here's such summary of the meeting. Okay, so now we can try to click on the cross and have it regenerate. Meh. Nothing seems to have happened. Or maybe it didn't get to this. But maybe it did. Let's look at the code. I should add some logs probably, right? So self.log.debug. No reacted event ID. Okay. The reacted message is not from us. Okay, good. I'm adding some logs so I know where I'm, why, yeah. Ah oui, oh yeah, okay. No data in the, oh yeah, that doesn't work. Cache for cache key. Yeah, I think that's where it stopped. Let's sense that and see. Okay, let's see now if we can find some, if we can get something. So let's send it. Do your work. Something happens. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Processing message. Send request complete. Okay. Meeting summary. Okay, there I get a ton of data. It built the thing. And I'm asking it to regenerate. Do it. Okay, it got something. Or did it? Oh. It's kind of weird. It looks like the screen you're seeing is actually frozen. It happened to me last time. Let me see if I can unfreeze it. Okay. That should be more accurate. Yeah, it moves. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, it didn't get the reaction, or maybe the subscription is incorrect. Something is wrong in the code. So handle meeting. No, that's in on reaction. Okay. I should just log something here. Self.log.debug got a reaction. Let's try this. Okay, now let's react to it again. That's a redacting event. That's a new reaction event. Got a reaction. Okay, so I do arrive somewhere here. I'm successfully subscribed. No data in the cache for. Okay, that's normal. That is entirely normal. That is totally normal. I'm gonna have to regenerate the thing. Ton of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can ignore my own reaction as well. Got a react, because it's getting a reaction here. It's getting my own reaction. Got a reaction, got a reaction. Okay. Yeah, of course, that doesn't work because I'm listening to my own reaction. So, if evt dot sender of course return. And I know that I'm getting the reaction, so I know I'm properly subscribed to it. Okay. Let us try again. Boom. So there's going to be a ton of blah, 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 blah. Okay, okay, ton of stuff. See, the bot is writing. Boom. Okay. That's fine. Ignoring my own reaction, so it's all good. Ignoring message from I'm only listening to a bon part dot, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm only listening to my, to me. Yeah. Okay. What happens if I click on this now? Boom. Something's happening. I don't know what ratchet safety means, but it's there. No action. Nothing. Am I exiting the function at the without actually writing down anything in the logs? That's possible. On reaction. So if I exit here, I'm debugging it. If I exit, I'm also debugging it. It's not from us. No data in the cache for. Okay, that's where. Oh yes. Self.log.debug. Tor is not a meeting member. Is well, I should probably use it's a log, so I can use this, even though I don't really like it. But it's gonna make things much easier here. evt.sender, and there I have usernames, which is cache data.members. And that's what fails. I'm pretty sure that's where it fails. So I'm going to ignore that for now. I can only react if I'm a member of the, it's only valid if I'm a member of the meeting, right? That makes some sense. I don't want to have other people reacting to them, other people validating the summary if they haven't attended the meeting. Let's try again. Please do this. Log says stuff. Okay, it's currently calling Gemini. Still writing stuff, writing. Done. Stuff is written. Now let's see. Ignoring my own reaction? Yes. Well, let's see. I click on this. What happens? It hasn't landed. Oh! Well. Okay. Let me generate another summary. Okay, here's a short summary of the meeting. Blah, 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 blah. This is correctly. Okay. So I click here. Okay, let me generate another summary. Really? I mean, that's fantastic. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me generate another summary. Okay. And now I'm clicking on the cross. And it should do something. Oh, it's permission denied. Boom. Okay, so what was the path? Okay, slash blah, blah, blah. Okay, it didn't find the right path. That's probably somewhere, something's wrong in the configuration. Failed to run, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there it is. It's now saving this. Meeting is your slash path. Ah, path starts with a slash, of course. So path must be, yeah, must be a relative path. Okay, so where am I saving? It's right here. Okay. Lstrip slash. Do not start with a slash. Let's try again. Okay, let's ask it to work. Let's ask it for another summary. By the way, are those different from those I had before? Yeah, tickets, work plans. Okay, key discussion point. Yeah, it's very different. It's giving me different things every time. Well, that's LLMs for you. Okay. Okay, so now tell me what happens if I click here. Saved summary to blah, 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 blah. Let's see if that's actually true. The file exists. It contains. That's cool. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so that works. I'm going to re-enable the safeties that I've put before, which are where were my safeties? Right here. I want to react on only notice messages because that's they're coming from Meetbot. I want to ignore message from whoever's not Meetbot. There, the reactor has to be a meeting member. Oopsie. Yeah, the person who reacts, well, not reactor, but the person who reacts has to be a meeting member. And now save or regenerate. What else did I disable to do my tests? Should I put a limit to this? Like, okay, you've tried that 5 times, 10 times, it's still not correct. Abort. Abandon ship. Yeah, maybe. Right now I'm gonna leave it at that. Right now I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, save it and upload. Okay, so now it's going to save the files to my own hard drive on my server, which is not what we want, of course. But right now, I'm not prepared to run that on the Fedora infrastructure server, where it will have access to all the stuff. So I'm going to do it like this for now, and maybe move it to something like that. But that's much better than what we had before, because now we can ask the bot to regenerate the summary, and we can ask it to save the file on the disk, save the summary. And yeah, I think we made good progress. So I'm going to stop here. Thank you for attending. Thank you for bearing with me during the times where I couldn't share my screen because of an unfortunate API key that will be shared with the rest. Hopefully that didn't happen. If it did, please send me an email, send me a message, send me something so I can regenerate the key. I'll see you next week. And in the meantime, have fun, have a good time, and see you next time. Thanks.